Imagine this, with just $1, you can own a piece of a company, or you could spend $1,000 for a single share of a retail giant like Costco. But which one's actually worth your money? Stick around as we break down $1 stock versus $1,000 stock breakdown, tell you guys the comparison and really how the businesses really compare overall. Let's get started. So what is this all about? So comparing a dollar stock to $1,000 stock, affordable versus premium, inspired by the YouTube videos like vacation comparison videos, $1,000 versus $1 vacations basically, but for stocks. We'll analyze company background, financial health, growth potential, risk, investors vibe, understand what these stock prices really mean for investors. So meet the contenders. So the dollar stock is Eledon Pharmaceuticals, ticker LEDN. Current price is around $1.50 per share as of May 2025. It is in the biotechnology sector, market cap, small cap, so around $50 million. The next one, the $1,000 one, is Costco. If you guys don't know what Costco is, membership based store basically. You can get groceries for cheaper, and honestly, trading at $1,000, and it's a safe asset to own. I do recommend having this in your long term if you guys have a long term. But Costco Wholesale, ticker symbol COST. Current price is $1,002.71 per share as of June 12th, 2025. Industry, so they're in the retail sector, wholesale clubs. Market cap, large cap, so $466.4 billion. Note, stock prices don't tell the whole story. Let's dig deeper into the company's financials and everything that you really need to know about these companies and how they compare. So company background, so for the dollar stock, Eledon Pharmaceutical. They're founded in 2004 as Novus Therapeutics, but rebranded to Eledon in 2020. They develop therapies to prevent organ transplant rejection, key milestones, lead drug, and phase 2 trials for kidney transplants in 2025. Stock price history ranged from 80 cents to $3.50 in the past year. Vibe, small biotech with high risk, high reward potential. Every penny stock has that, and they're not profitable. Company background for $1,000 stock. So Costco, you guys don't know too much about Costco. This is a little background. Founded in 1983. What they do, so they basically have a membership based warehouse clubs with low prices and high volume. Key milestones, so stock crossed $1,000 in May 2025 after 8% sales growth in Q3 2025. Stock price history, so up 18% in the past year from 849.99 in June 2024. Vibe, so it's just a retail giant with loyal customers and steady growth. So I want to take some time out and explain that I have PDF courses, and right now with this code on the screen, you guys can get 50% off of all my courses. This is my option play course to bring your trading to the next level, make a little bit more money, and become profitable overall. Learn something new, and upping your knowledge is the best thing you can do in whatever you do. So I do recommend doing this if you guys are active trader and you want to up your knowledge on things. So let's talk about some financial health for the dollar stock. It's a penny stock, so it's not going to look too good. So honestly, revenue $0. It is a pre-revenue clinical stage biotech. Profitability, net loss of $45 million in 2024. Funding, R&D. Their debt, minimal, $1 million, but reliant on liquidity financing. PE ratio, there's none because they're not profitable basically. Cash flow, negative, $40 million cash burn annually. 110 million cash on hand, Q1 2025. Key insight, it is a high risk bet dependent on clinical trial success. So financial health of the $1,000 stock, Costco. So revenue, $185.4 billion for the first 36 weeks of the 2025 year ended May 11th, 2025. Profitability, 1.90 billion net income in Q3 2025, up from 1.68 billion last year. Debt, they have around $10 billion, offset by 26 billion cash reserves. P ratio around 61, premium valuation for consistent growth. Cash flow positive, $5.9 billion free cash flow in the 2025 year to date. Key insight, financially robust, thrives on membership driven model. And honestly, just a great long-term stock. I'm going to mention that a lot. So let's talk about growth potential for the two stocks. So the dollar stock, industry growth, biotech growing at 50% annually. Catalyst, might not say this right, but Tigo Prubart could bring in $2 billion transplant drug market if it is improved. Upside, analysts predict $14 price target, 800% potential on their money, which is insane. If you put that $1,000 in, 800%, golly, you'll be rich. Downside, only around 10% of biotech drugs succeed in trials, so keep that in mind. There's high failure risk, so it's basically a lottery ticket, massive reward if the trial does succeed though. Growth potential for Costco, $1,000 stock, industry growth, warehouse retail growing at 5% annually. catalyst, e-commerce up 20.9% in Q2 2025. International expansion. Upside, analysts predict 1,107.68 price target, 10% growth. Downside, high valuation, PE of 61, limited explosive gains. Vibe, steady growth driven by loyal members and tariff resilience. So risk on the dollar stock, volatility can drop 20 to 50% on trial setbacks or market swings. Dilution may issue more shares to fund trials, reducing ownership. Bankruptcy risk, so limit cash runway 2 to 3 years without new funding. It's hype for trials, but concern over losses. Key insights, high stakes gamble could go $0 or soar. So risk on $1,000 stock, Costco, very low risk, but market risk, retail stocks are vulnerable to economic slowdowns. Valuation risk, PE of 61 suggests overvaluation if stock slows. Tariff risk, 33% of US sales from imports. Price hikes is possible. Market sentiment, so has a lot of love for brand, but worries about high PE. Key insights, stable, but not immune to economic or tariff pressures. Investor vibe, so dollar stock, retail driven, speculative buzz around trial updates, high risk appetite, similar to meme stock energy. Risk, hype can inflate price, but crash common without the results that people expect. $1,000 stock, 80% owned by institutions per NASDAQ, signaling confidence. Sentiment praises membership model, debates valuation, appeals to long-term, stability-focused investors. So Costco is good for the long term. The penny stock is good for the short term. I just want to take the time out and ask you guys to smash that sub button, have those post notifications on. Let's get the 500 subs. Put a lot of time and effort in these videos, and I make daily videos for you guys. But let's get into a little chart, So affordability, so we're going to be comparing both of them basically. So affordability, you can buy a lot of shares for cheap, but you can buy fractional shares for Costco as well, but you're not going to make that much upside. But at the same time, it's lower risk than buying the penny stock overall. Stability, high risk, high reward. It's very volatile for the dollar stock. And then for Costco, it is low risk and it has a proven track record of getting people gains overall. Growth, you have explosive potential, but high uncertainty with the dollar stock. And then Costco, steady gains, and there's less upside overall. But if you're holding it for 5-10 years, who really cares, And then Vibe is basically the dollar stock is a meme stock and it has a lot of hype behind it. And honestly, Costco is just an institutional darling. They invest into it, get other people's money. But which one should you pick? So it depends on what kind of trader you are, how much money you want to make. But honestly, for your long term, I do recommend Costco. It is great for your long term and have it added. If you guys are trying to make some money on the side and or fast money, maybe within the next couple of months, dollar stock is going to be great for you. But just look up when things come out, when they have a trial or something like that, so you can make your money quicker and or trade it after the trial. But the dollar stock is best for risk takers with extra cash. Why? Huge upside if trial succeeds, but could lose it all. Tip, invest small, treat it like a lottery ticket. $1,000 stock, best for beginners or long-term investors. Why? Stable, reliable growth with strong fundamentals. Tip, buy fractional shares. If $1,000 is too much, Pro tip, diversify, make stable stocks like Costco with small bets on ELDN. So final thoughts, man, stock price doesn't equal value. Look at fundamentals overall. ELDN is high risk, high reward biotech gamble. Costco, safe bet for steady retail growth. What is you guys' pick? Do you guys want ELDN or Costco? What type of trader are you? Comment down below. With that being said, man, check out our Discord while it's still free. Thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe, post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out some other videos. Peace out.